Say you guys are gonna have to be my family.
Yes. Yes, family.
So there needs to be a lot of love, a lot of hugs, and a whole lot of, I can't believe that nigga just did that.
So I'm Mimi of MimiCuteLips.com. How are you?
I'm good.
You good?
Mimi of MimiCuteLips.com.
I've watched the episodes already.
Yeah.
And how much of it is scripted and how much is just you just being you?
A lot of it, I will say this. I'm blessed to have really good writers on the show. I have some really strong writers. If you've ever seen a picture of my writer's room, what I have is I have a lot of females. I have a lot of black females.
Yes.
This looks like my writer's room right now. Because I wanted to do a show that, that gave me boundaries. Because, you know, when I don't have it, I do crazy stuff, but I needed something that I wanted to appeal to a female demographic. And I'm trying to grow up and I'm trying to do humor that's still fun but has substance. And I feel like the writers that we had in our room, we had a good blend of males and females, and you know, really strong black female voices. Because when we did certain things, I would get that.
Yeah, like
No, because we would pitch stuff, and the women would be like, we'd be laughing like the guys, and girls used to hit a black girl called do certain things. Me and him would be cracking up, and then we would look at her, and she had these glasses, right? And she would just look over the glasses like this. What'd you think, Regina? Well, when I feel, and when she did that, she started wiping the lenses. We was like, oh, just don't put that in. Don't put it. It's like a process. So in that process, from day one, as producer and creator with Chris, me, him, and Rick, we sit down and we talk. Albert, my longtime producing partner, we sit down and we talk about every episode. And then after the episode is you know, we get it to a certain place, we bring it to the writers' room. Once we table it with the writers, then we take and we start crafting it. And after we craft it, we know the stories, then they write them. And once they write them, it's a work in progress. Friday night, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna say. But I know it's gonna be in the script. I'm gonna do one as the script, and we have strong scripts.
They let you go far too.
Yeah, they did.
You went far.
They let me be Marlon, and I think, but that's good to have a balance. There's nothing on TV where everybody's doing TV.
Yeah.
I'm a '90s dude, man. I'm from the Wayans brothers, Martin,
Yes,
Fresh Prince. You know, we did it. When we did it, we did it. So there's no holdback. I'm trying to be that for this generation. You know what I mean? So I improvise a lot, but I'm blessed to have great writers with great structure. Look, as a comedian, I'm an open book. I've always been pretty blunt, pretty frank, and I feel like the closer I am to who I am, the less I gotta worry about how I conduct myself in life, because I'm me. And all I ever ask anybody in my life to do, whether it be my mom, my dad, my brothers, my sisters, my kids even, their mom even, whoever it is, all I ask is that you love me for me. I think as individuals, we are gifts, and everybody else in your life is wrapping paper. And you don't try to be something that you're not. This is who I am. And love me. Well, I'm not gonna be an actor the whole time. I gotta be me. And I'm sweet, but I'm crazy, and I got my crazy about me. So, but love me for me. And I think this puts me as an advantage, because I think it's a truthful kind of showcase, because it's going, you know, you may not be right for people, and all your actions may not be correct. But love is something that will always remain. Love takes different shapes. This is an aspirational show, and it's about love. It's not about beefing with two people, you know, that's not getting along. This is a family that have two beautiful children, that they're young, and you have to raise your kids, and despite your arguing. None of that means nothing. Y'all should become best friends, because you got this is your glue, those two little kids, and if they watch you guys communicate, it'll make them good communicators. Mockery is the best form of flattery. And my whole purpose is not to hurt the feelings of people in my life. My purpose is to extract the things that may be painful and turn those into a smile. This is a love letter, if anything, to my family. And it's something that you go, you know what, this is the hurtful things, things that you went through that you can take and give them to the world and make them smile and laugh about your pain and your experience. And what's funny is, I think this show, my kids and their moms gonna laugh the loudest. Or if I do stand up and I do a joke about black people, I'm hoping black people laugh the loudest. If I do a joke about white people, I hope white people laugh the loudest. If I do a joke about gay people, I hope they laugh the loudest. That's how I know that that's a good joke, because they're not offended. The people I'm making fun of are laughing the loudest. So I go, damn it, that's a good joke. Put that one in the backpack. When he first come out, my function within the fist of my family was, you're trying to find your identity. You're trying to find what makes me different from Keenan, different from Sean, different from, because they're all brilliant in their own right. Yeah, and there's a lot of us, and we all have different skill sets. Mine was I'm physically gifted. I don't have a conscience. I don't care. I don't. If it's gonna get a laugh, I would literally light myself on fire and worry about the 3rd-degree burns later. Like, all I need is some cocoa butter. I'll be good. Are they laughing, no Keenan? Are they laughing? Oh, this is who I am. Now I can do a movie that has drama, comedy, romance. He gets the girl. It's the same thing with my show. It's crazy for about 20 minutes. You're going, this dude is insane. Like, what is he even saying? You're gonna tell a child that, but you laugh because, that's something I would tell my kids. It's relatable, And then you go, this dude on his couch. I could have picked a different type of dude. I picked an educated dude because I wanted a different kind of, show a different texture. It's not always the weed head. I don't want to show that. And it's not always that. There's different complexions. There's guys that go to schools for, they're great in school, but they suck at life. Stevie sucks at life. Brilliant dude in a book, he sucks at life. I could have went with the weed head. I was like, nah, it's not what I want to do. I want to show a different complexion. There's the grays within our black and our whites, right? So I wanted to make sure I came from a different angle, and I wanted to make sure that, with Yvette, she's not hoochie. This is a girl that got her stuff together. She got a business, she got a fly-ass apartment, but she ain't got no man and always trying to give advice. Everybody got that friend, and for me, now it's about putting everything together. I know how to write, I know how to produce. I produced now 13, 14 movies. I've had box office that probably equals $1 billion. I've done 100 episodes of the Wayans brothers. I feel like everything that I've done has prepared me for my now. And now is my 20-year run to be the best Marlon that I could be. I got to show myself what I am. Who am I? I got to make my legend. Where's my face stand on the Mount Rushmore comedy? And that's what I'm working toward. I want to be, I want to be huge. I want to be the biggest star in the world, and that goes for TV, movies, or whatever I do. I want my audience to follow and go, yo, he's credible. He can act. Yo, to go for a role like Richard Pryor, that's the thing that made me do stand-up. I didn't get the part eventually. I became Mike Epps, but now who knows who it is. But I'm thankful for that because it got me on a stage. I let go of my fear and was like, if I'm gonna play the greatest comedian of all time, let me get my black ass on the stage. And so I started doing it. And now, I didn't get the part, but I felt like God made me go through that to realize that I don't want to just play a great, I want to be a great. And so everything in your life and in your journey, and this is like inspirational, aspirational for others. There's no failure. When you're in the whale's mouth, just know that this is your best time. There's no such thing as failure. Everything you go through in your life prepares you for the next step. We are all on a journey. We are all on a destiny. Don't think anything's a waste of time. God is writing your script. Just do the work.
Come on.
So I'm doing the work.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is the lonely one giving their advice. Or the girl that thinks she got it all together. A girl, I wouldn't take this, I wouldn't take that until they man do something, and now it's like, he's a good man, no girl. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody doesn't know it all about your life, and the only one that really knows it all about your life is you. The only person got to answer to God about your life and your choices is you. You got to sit in the pocket with your life and feel comfortable with your decision. Period.
Come on, Marlon.
Live, hello, holla, tell what works for me. First of all, there is no, I'm not going to talk to her. There is no, I'm not going to see my kids. You got to take certain things and put them off the table. You make something, you create something, you be in its life. And there's nothing that should ever prevent you from doing it. Two loving parents beat the hell out of one any day. My father kept us out of trouble. My mother gave us love, my father gave us discipline. And sometimes they would inverse. And it's important to not just your kids, but to your legacy, to your community, to our race. You want to build up your race, father your children. The choice to change the history and the future of your generations by making choices today.
Let me wrap you up.
All right. And I thought to myself, why am I up so early?
The show starts now.
We all as individuals have a purpose, and make sure whatever you do in your function every day, you're putting forth positivity in your actions. What are you doing to contribute to the movement of love? And as artists, we got to do what we can to bring these things to the forefront and talk about them. All right, I'm back on. Okay, gotta go. I make the mistakes and then I care later. I used to make the mistakes and then I care later. But now, you know, I run some of it. If I feel like it's gonna be touchy or whatever, I'll run it by them. Like my daughter, she's probably been the best one about it. You know, sometimes you make those mistakes and then you see who's sensitive and who's not. But for the most part, you know, everybody known me a long time. I'm me. I do this show, right? And you make them. And just like the live studio audience laugh, I'm sitting here watching this live studio audience laugh at TV. When was the last time you laughed at TV with a group of friends like, yo, we gotta watch that? Like, in Living Color used to do that. You know what I mean? Martin used to do that. You know what I mean? You said Martin and blew my phone up. So this show is you know, it hopefully will resonate like those shows. You know what I mean? It's a throwback to something new.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, CBS was the only one doing comedies like sitcoms, and you know, as a child, I always pictured myself on NBC since I was a kid. And, you know, I grew up watching Cosby. And you know, watching A Different World, and I used to go, damn, I want to be on NBC because you know they had Sam and Diane, they had Cheers, they were the place to go, and I couldn't picture myself. And CBS is a dope network; they was doing it. But when I got the chance to do this at NBC, there's a bunch of different offers on the table. I already had done a deal with ABC twice. So doing it with NBC, I just felt like this was home and they were gonna do the show I wanted to do, and they did. And thank you to all the executives, because they let me, as you see, they let me be me. Now watch the show, let's go on something. To do the best job at putting Marlon on the screen as I could possibly do on network TV, because I think we're fighting with cable. And this show has just enough edge to bring some of those cable viewers back to TV. Like, this is what I miss. The audience, and to see you guys laugh like this makes me feel like I feel purposed. I feel like, you know, after all we've been through and all we're going through, that laughs are necessary and it's needed. And it makes my heart smile that you guys smile now.
Dear my